to say. Pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies, oh so bright. Join us for a blast tonight. Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kenny always in the mix. Pop culture fun fix to fix. Pop culture kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun.
Now,
Pop culture talk for everyone. It's for everyone. Pop culture for everyone. Pop culture kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone.
It's Saturday night
Time for your weekly dose of pop culture.
with Kathy and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
welcome, pop culture kids and all you other folk hanging out with us on a Sunday night, the first Sunday of March, Women's History Month. And we are Kathy and Kenny, pop culture kids, coming to you live from the North and the South. Me from North Carolina, Kenny from South Jersey. How are you, my brother?
I am just doing hunky dory. I'm dandy. I'm fine. I'm good. Happy birthday! Shout out to my daughter Kiana, who turned 23 this weekend.
Oh, 23. Wow.
Yeah. We're
You
getting
must be
old. We're
feeling
getting old.
old.
Yeah. And I want to show you something, Kathy.
Okay. What are you needing to show me?
A friend of mine asked me to go see the Prince movie with them.
Hmm.
So I'm going to go see the Prince movie.
Because this
showing
year marks the 40th
40th
anniversary of
Rain.
Purple Rain.
So I'm going to see that.
Hmm.
And it's Purple Rain. It's Prince, right?
It's Prince.
I got to be. This is what I got to go see the movie in. Hold on.
Okay. Okie dokie. Oh my word. Purple hat, purple hat. Only want to see you. Only want to see you when you're wearing the purple hat.
Yes.
Oh, that's going to go over really nicely in the theaters.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I can see people just enjoying that. Oh,
Well, you know they have the theaters now where they have the seats and the seats recline and everything. And,
right.
and, you
But
know,
I can see the
there's no
person going, dude, take off the hat.
And I'll be like, you shouldn't have bought the cheap sheets.
Oh man, that's going to be. But that should be fun. Purple Rain in the theater. It's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
40 years though. It just seems like, I mean, yeah, time. Wow. It goes
Apparently,
by.
I'm going to be styling and profiling like the last Prince concert I went to. I went
Lovely.
with Marcy and Beth, two of my close female friends.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend who asked me if I wanted to go, it's going to be me, her, and her girlfriend. So once again, I'm showing up with two women to a Prince event, styling like Prince.
All right. And
My
Prince
own little
fashion.
diamonds and pearls thing going once again.
You got
Oh,
your own
yeah.
diamonds and pearls, Wendy and
Yeah.
Lisa. You got
Yeah.
a whole thing.
Yeah,
It's a vibe.
well, and I got a purple shirt with paisleys on it that I'm going to be wearing.
You are
I'm looking for purple pants.
you are fanboying to the max. You're looking for
Hmm.
purple pants. Is this
Hmm.
like the purple suit that, or no, was it a burger? What color suit was it that Aunt Sarah was looking for? Our godmother was desperately searching for you.
It was a purple velour suit.
A purple velour suit. So that was even before you even knew who Prince was. You were like
Yeah,
obsessed with having a purple suit. There's something to
yeah.
that. I would worry. I would worry. Well,
How are you
listen,
this weekend? How are you
uh,
this week?
we're all good. We're all good in the neighborhood. Hopefully the kids will chill out this week, although I doubt it since spring break is coming. Um, it's like on Game of Thrones when they would say winter's coming. um,
Spring break's coming.
spring break's coming, so it is going to be like Game of Thrones week. Um,
Now, how do kids when they come back from spring break?
well, and that's almost as bad because as the weather gets warmer, they get a little wilder because then they start taking off clothes, and then it's like no bees, no butts, busts,
Oh, I'm sorry.
belly
I'm sorry. I'm
buttons.
sorry. Taking off clothes. What kind of school you running over there?
No, well, no. I mean, we are down south, so it's warm. But then they dress like they're going to the beach and not to class, and it's like put some clothes on. And Lord have mercy, if I gotta listen to another child talk disrespectfully to their parent and the parent not address it, I'm gonna have what's called a conniption, like a good old fashioned conniption. But yeah, that's when you know you're too old. That's when you know you're too old. Anyway,
You're like, hold
anyway,
up. I'm gonna smack your kid for you.
exactly. You know what? Your kid needs a whooping. Do you mind?
Sue me if you want. I ain't got nothing to take. God damn it.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, we are going to get started because we're running so late, but we're going to start with pop culture news as we do. And even though more recently we have not been focusing on like celebrity deaths, but because the pop culture phenomenon of celebrities dying in threes seems to have occurred within the last couple of days. So we wanted to take a moment to mention some of them and some of their highlights of their career and starting off with Gene Hackman, whose death was kind of shrouded in a little bit of mystery. But Gene Hackman, famous for The French Connection and Oscar winner for Unforgiven.
Popeye Doyle.
Oh,
Yes.
Popeye Doyle, right?
French Connection. And of course, fanboys know his famous role in the original and well in the 80s in the 70s and 80s Superman movies
Right.
as Lex Luthor.
You
And
always have to bring in like the superhero connection.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Whenever we talk about it, it's like, okay, there was a superhero in this movie, so
Look, I'm a one-trick pony. I got one niche. Okay?
right.
Give it
Okay.
to me. Let me have it.
Hey.
Gene Hackman, though, what was your favorite Gene Hackman role, Kathy?
Now, I did enjoy him in a movie called oh God, I had mentioned it before and I can't even think of the name of it. I gotta look it up. Heartbreakers. Heartbreakers was a comedy. I don't think it did big box office. It was Sigourney Weaver and I think Jennifer Love Hewitt, and they were these grifters, and they would prey on these rich men, and he was like the rich guy that they ran the scam on. But I thought he was really funny in that. But he was one of those actors that could do comedy, like things like Welcome to Mooseport, and like he could do the comedy, but he also, like the Oscar-winning Unforgiven and French Connection, could do like the serious roles. Wait, was he Hoosiers?
Yeah, he was just also.
Oh,
I liked him, and I liked him in one of the movies we're going to talk about a little later on. I'm going to mention later on the Replacements.
okay.
He
Oh,
played the
yeah.
coach in that one, but also I liked him in The Firm. I'm not a big Tom
Hanks.
Cruise fan.
Tom Cruise.
Tom
Tom
Cruise.
Hanks.
I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan, but there's some Tom Cruise movies I like Cocktail, The Firm, of course, like everybody else. Hey, Lisa, of course, like everybody else, The Outsiders, because Tom Cruise played a role in that too. But Gene Hackman in The Firm, playing this guy who was befriending them and then really was the villain of everything and accepting his fate at the end of the like it was great. He was great in The Firm. So, and I'm sure he did a lot of great other roles too. Also, we lost Roberta Flack.
First time ever I saw your face. And
Yes,
again,
and
these young kids, they don't know. They know Lauryn Hill, Killing Me Softly, but they don't know that
they
the
don't know.
original was
They don't
Roberta
know nothing
Flack.
about. You trying to say they don't know nothing about that?
They don't know. They so young and dumb. It's so sad. It's so sad. All they know about some good music is the remix or the
And and it's strange because a lot of the remixes that they hear, a lot of the beats they hear from some of these new stars or some of these new singers are beats that we grew up with that we knew the originals. I think my
everything
first
old is new again. It's all been
yeah,
done. It's all
I
been
think
done.
everything. I think my first memory of Roberta Flack is the song she did with Michael Jackson on the TV show, and we don't have to change at all. When I grew up, I want to be pretty. When I grew up, I want to be tall. And that, there were kids like playing and
And
jumping around. And
I remember the scene. I can't quite picture who
it was Michael
like
Jackson and Roberta Flack.
no, I remember the scene, and I thought it was a show called Free to Be You and Me, but I could be wrong. But that's what I'm remembering. But I don't know. I could be
Lisa's
wrong.
on. Lisa, do you remember that, Lisa? Do you know what that was?
Yeah, I'm trying to
Don't act
remember.
like Lisa. Don't act like you're younger than us. Don't be fronting.
We all old
Don't be
over
fronting.
here.
Yeah, we all old over here, man.
We all
So
old.
also in pop culture news, so we usually don't do that, but we like to pay tribute to Gene Hackman and Roberta Flack because
And
they're
also
on.
too, this just came in, I think, yesterday that Angie Stone was killed in a car
Yes, in the car
accident.
accident. Yes, Angie Stone,
R&B
she was a
singer.
great singer. I love. She was near. I think we covered her when we talked about Neo on our Neo Soul show
When we
last
talked
year.
about Neo Soul, the Neo
Yes,
Soul
and she was
show,
a
we
great
did
Neo
talk
Soul.
about
Yes,
Angie
Angie
Stone.
Stone.
So I do
And
want to
Michelle
throw that.
Trachtenberg, who you know from
Oh
Buffy and
yeah,
the Vampire.
from Buffy. So wait, that's more than 3. That's famous
That's
people
like
dying in
4.
the whole big old
That's 4.
batch. A whole
Yeah.
batch.
Next on our news that we have is Zendaya is once again in the news, and yeah, I know, and I'm the
Lisa's the
oldest. Yes,
oldest.
Lisa,
Okay.
you are the oldest. Zendaya
You're not the
was
boss of
cast
us. No.
Zendaya was cast as Felicia in the next Shrek movie. She's going to be the daughter of Shrek and Fiona
Mhm.
in Shrek 5. They're making a Shrek 5.
Shrek
I like
5?
the first Shrek. And the second and third, they were okay. Eddie Murphy is also signed to come back. Cameron Diaz is signed to come back. Michael Myers is going to be back.
You know what?
And
I could tell from, and I think actually Michael Myers did a guest shot this week on Saturday Night Live, but in the opening, I think playing Elon Musk. But I think from the SNL 50th special, Eddie Murphy, because he did 2 different skits, the prison skit
yeah,
and Black Jeopardy.
yeah,
And I don't know, the energy from his skits, it felt like, oh, Eddie wants to come back, not necessarily Saturday Night Live, but kind of,
oh
be
yeah,
back out there.
Eddie was in it to win it.
He was.
Eddie was in it to win it.
He, it seems like he had been playing love, not doing a lot of roles, but I mean, he did do the Beverly Hills Cop sequel, and but or reboot or whatever you want to call it, the new
And he
Beverly
also
Hills.
did Coming to America like 2 years ago.
Oh, that's right. That's
But
right.
but
But
Eddie,
the
Eddie was
energy he was
acting
bringing in those
behind it.
skits from SNL 50 just gave me like, oh, okay, we're going to be seeing more Eddie because yeah, he was kind of bringing it. So, especially playing Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan's standing right there. And
Yeah, he's doing Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan was just
he
funny.
was
It was
doing
just
a
hilarious.
spot on Tracy Morgan. I was losing it. But anyway,
Yeah, I know.
but
It was funny. That was funny.
But
Eddie
okay, so
Murphy's scenes were one of the few funny scenes in the whole thing. Really, I'll be honest
that's
with you. I ain't
true.
gonna lie.
That's true.
I ain't
What
gonna. I
else
ain't
we
gonna. I
got
ain't
in
gonna.
pop?
I ain't gonna.
What else we got in pop culture news?
So there's a children's book coming out. It's written by Andrea Davis Pinkney,
Hmm.
and it's to honor. It's in honor of one of your favorite authors,
Hmm.
Toni Morrison.
Loved
And the
Toni
book is
Morrison.
called "And She Was Loved."
And well, I just said it. I love Toni Morrison, and
Yes.
yeah, and you know why? And again, one of the things I liked about her, especially as an author, is that her books, even though they were novels, to me they almost read like poetry. They had such a poetic rhythm to them when you read them. And there were a couple books like Beloved. I had to kind of like I don't know. I had to get in the right frame of mind to read it. And there were some earlier works like The Bluest Eye, but there was just like a rhythm and a poetry to her writing that I thought was just beautiful. And that's why she was an award winning, amazing, best selling author
Mhm.
who just spoke for a generation. So that's exciting to see. And because it's a children's book, hopefully, children and kids will learn about her, even though I think a lot of her work probably is for older audience. Um,
Yeah.
but still,
Well, when they
I'd be
get
excited
older,
about that.
they'll be wanting to read her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yes. And apparently, um, Toni Morrison was Andrea Pinkney's mentor,
Hmm.
friend, and kind of taught her some of the tricks. And I think Andrea Davis Pinkney was an editor who edited some of her work.
Oh, okay.
So that's where their relationship started, and she became a mentor to her. And she wanted to do this book, this children's book in her honor.
Oh, awesome.
So that's it. I think I'm gonna try to pick that up and give that to the kids.
Oh,
Get it to the
okay.
grandkids.
To the grands, to the grands. Awesome. All right. So for tonight, and I know usually Kenny, I have the slideshow, but I don't have a slideshow for
That's okay.
tonight's topic. But
That's okay.
but that's okay. We'll get by without it. What did I do? I just blew that up. Okay. I did something crazy on my screen. I have all these overlays and different things, and I had a screen where I could see the comments, but I made it so big I couldn't even read them.
Well, let me tell you what we're talking about tonight.
Okay.
Tonight, we're going to be talking about cheerleading movies. And you might think the only thing there is out there is Bring It On, but there's more than just that. And I got a small little segment of movies that aren't quite cheerleading movies, but the star of the movie was in love with a cheerleader.
And well, and you're kind of playing with the format because one of these isn't even a movie; it's a TV show. When I'm looking at your list, because
Well,
Kitty does the list, and if you want to get a copy of our list, you can join our mailing list. And in fact, if you go to kathyandkenny.com, you can check out all things Pop Culture Kids, as well as links to the podcast, links to our weekly blog, as well as where you can catch us, including Who's Got Next Radio. And all that can be found on our website, and that's kathyandkenny.com. So we invite you to check that out and get on the mailing list, All right.
all right. So, here we go. Cheerleading movies, A Friend to Die For.
I don't think I've ever
AKA
seen
Just
this movie
Cheerleading.
before.
I haven't seen it. I've never seen it.
Oh,
I
wait.
think
Or you were starting with the list as opposed to the I'm in
yeah.
love with a cheerleader list. That's for the end.
I'm gonna go halfway through this list and I'll get to that.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. A Friend to Die For. Who was in that?
Kelly Martin and Tori Spelling.
Now, was that a movie or a TV movie?
It was a TV movie. Some of these
Oh,
are
okay.
TV movies. Some of these are TV movies.
Oh,
But this is basically,
wait a minute. I think I remember this. This was like based on like a true story.
yeah,
Oh, right. Where they were like plotting to kill, like,
yeah.
plotting to kill her best friend or something who was a cheerleader. This is sounding familiar.
Mhm.
Kelly Martin, wasn't she on like 90210?
She might have been.
Okay.
But, the cheerleader was jealous and she wanted to kill her friend because she wanted to be head cheerleader. Typical
It
white girl
happens.
shit. So, next we had
Well,
the
isn't everything with
positively,
cheerleaders white girl
most of
white
it
girl
is.
problems?
Yeah, it is. The positively true adventures of the alleged Texas cheerleading murdering mom.
Oh
In
wait, maybe that
1993.
was about. I wonder if they both were about the same story.
No, but this was a true story about a mother whose daughter didn't make it as a cheerleading captain or on a squad or whatever,
Hmm.
and she got a hitman to kill not only the cheerleader but the mom too. Like she was 10 toes down for all of it.
Jeez. Oh my
That
goodness.
starred Holly Hunter and Bo Bridges.
Now that was a theatrical movie or was that a TV movie?
I believe that's a TV movie. That could only be a TV movie, something like that. Yeah. Next one is Fab Five, the Texas cheerleading scandal.
Because you can't have cheerleaders without a scandal. What?
Yeah, I mean, a new cheerleading coach at a high school is asked to resign by administration after she tries to ring in 5 cheerleaders engaging in scandalous behavior.
Yeah, see, that sounds like one of those Lifetime movies, especially if they're going to kill somebody, then you know it's a Lifetime movie.
Okay, this next one I believe was in the theaters.
Hmm.
Cheerleading Camp. Very easy title.
Okay. And you know what's sad? Up to now, I don't think I've seen any of this. I don't think I've seen any of these movies.
This movie was in 1988, and
Oh,
it
wow.
starred Betsy Russell and Leif Garrett, of all people.
Betsy Russell. That name doesn't even sound
And
familiar.
Leif Garrett played, Betsy Russell was a cheerleader. Leif Garrett played the football guy that was in love with the cheerleader, I guess. And Cheerleading Camp was it was a horror flick about murders at a cheerleading camp. 'Cause
You know what? To
What's
be
it-
talking about
what's-
something so upbeat and cheerful like cheerleaders, the plots of these movies are a little dark. Not a little, a lot dark. Like wanting to kill, plotting to kill competition and the competition's mom and cheerleader
Well-
camp. It just sounds a little dark.
as a father of
Cheerleaders.
cheerleaders, yes, it is pretty cutthroat.
Gosh, this is
Yeah, it is pretty. My girls went through a lot. It is pretty cutthroat. That movie was in 1988. The next one starred Morgan Fox. This is called Jennifer's Body.
you mean Megan Fox.
Megan Fox, rather. This is called Jennifer's Body.
Wasn't that a horror movie too?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. There are no cheery cheerleader movies.
When a
This
demon
is pretty
takes
grim.
possession, when a demon takes possession of her, high school hottie Jennifer, Megan Fox, turns an hungry eye on guys who never stood a chance with her before. I don't. So demon takes over the cheerleader, right?
Okay.
And then she just starts killing high school guys. I want to be in the pitch room when that was given.
Who thought that was a cool idea for a movie?
Well,
I don't
it
know.
was
Probably
done
somebody who's got some high school issues.
it was done in 2009. Megan Fox was a hot item at the time, in the box office. All the guys thought she was hot. So it was one of the things where anything you put Megan Fox in, it's gonna like people like horny dudes are gonna go see Megan Fox. So let's just let's just put her in anything. Let's just put her in anything. And it's kind of like a throw it at the flagpole and see who salutes type thing. Take it off. I don't want to get flagged. This is a good show.
Okay. We don't want to get flagged. A little Jennifer's body.
Okay. Before we go on to the next one, two, okay, then we're going to do the next one. Gotta Kick It Up, 2002. It starred is an early role for America Fiera, and this was a Disney movie.
Oh, okay. So this might not have been a theater movie. This might have just been on the Disney platform.
Yeah.
And when I say Disney platform, it could have been either their cable network or their streaming. Well, wait, 2002. That I don't think they had streaming yet.
Yeah, they did. Well, no, it was on the Disney Channel, and I could have seen this movie because well, 2002 the girls were just being born, so I probably didn't see this movie. Because after like 2005, when the girls were old enough to watch TV, I was watching like every possible Disney movie there was to watch and every possible Disney and Nickelodeon show there was to watch. So I've never seen this one because this is 2000. Yeah, this is 2002. But at a Southern California middle school with a largely Latino American student population, Yolanda and Daisy convinced new biology teacher to Miss Barnett to become a coach of their dance team. After early setbacks, the girls rebel against Juilliard-trained coaches' discipline and old-fashioned ideas. But after the girls sneak off and perform in an intimate competition without their coach's knowledge, the two sides must find the middle ground. And it's a Disney movie, so everybody's happy at the end.
All right, finally something cheery with a cheerleading movie because some of the first ones on this list.
Yeah. It's a Disney movie. Everybody's happy at the end. Nobody dies unless there's a cartoon witch that falls down a well. Okay.
Gotta Kick It Up from 2002.
Kathy, before we do the last 5, why don't you tell them how they can support us?
Oh, I did already.
Oh, you did?
I did the whole thing with, check out the website at kathyandkidney.com. Who's Got Next Radio. You can also support the cheapest, freest, easiest way by just giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel.
Not bad. I remember when you did that. I
don't know. Maybe one of us is paying attention to the show.
I'm getting old and senile. I think that's what it is. Okay, so real quick, I got 4 movies. These are not cheerleader movies, but these are movies where I'm in love with the cheerleader. And I just wanted, where cheerleaders were like kind of prominent in the storyline. First, we have Drumline with Nick Cannon and Zoe Saldana. Drumline, we all know because he was a drummer. He couldn't read music and he was badass on the drums, but he couldn't read music. But he was able to do the last battle at the end of it and win the battle. But he was in love with the cheerleader, who was, of course, Zoe Saldana. And it was good. Nick Cannon, you are not in her league.
He was for that movie. He was perfect.
For that movie.
That was a good role for him. But go ahead.
Next, we have The Replacements with Keanu Reeves and Brooke Langton as a cheerleader. Keanu Reeves plays a a college football quarterback who kind of tanked out in college because he had a really bad game that everybody seems to remember, and the league was going on strike, and he was a scab coming to play for a team, and he came and played for the team during that period
Speaking
and
of
fell in love
Gene
with the head
Hackman,
cheerleader. Yeah, Gene Hackman was the coach on that movie who said, "I want this guy." Next, we have Heroes, which is a TV show, and nobody
that
was really
movie.
in love with her during the TV show. But Hayden Panettiere, it was the cheerleader, and the whole storyline was save the cheerleader,
Save the
save the
cheerleader,
world.
save the world. I remember, you know what, that first season of Heroes, I mean, it was almost, it
Epic.
wasn't quite, and here, I'm going to go off on just a mini tangent, but with all the streaming services and different ways that we access YouTube and stuff for TV, and not having like the three major networks anymore, we don't really have like appointment TV. Like there used to be kind of like Who Shot JR? Like there were like these, when Roots first aired, like these iconic moments in television, the Beatles on Ed Sullivan. But now we don't get that a lot, like moments where everybody's kind of like, you know, the water cooler shows. I mean, there are shows that people watch and talk about, but not as much. But I think Heroes was one of the last times we had that kind of um like a phrase or something that was going on in the show that got into the zeitgeist and people actually talked about. But I that phrase, save the cheerleader, save the world, but I don't think we get those anymore because there's so
Yeah,
many different sources of like and shows. And I
I
mean,
agree.
maybe you will
I
have a
agree.
critically acclaimed show, but we don't have those iconic, we don't even have like the catchphrases and lines anymore like we used to, you know when we had must see TV and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
it's
another
not happening
era,
like that
another
anymore.
age.
The last we have on I'm in love with a cheerleader is Dodgeball, a true underdog story, 2004. Justin Long and Julia Gonzalo. Justin Long was one of the Dodgeball, one of the people that worked for Average Joe's Gym, that played dodgeball to win the money for Average Joe's Gym, and he was a young kid who was in love with a cheerleader that he didn't think loved him, and he was trying to be a cheerleader to impress her, and he was working out so he can get on a cheerleading squad because when they had him try out for the cheerleading squad, they paired him up to lift up a 300-pound girl, and she fell on him, and it was very embarrassing for a high school kid. So, but it was hilarious for us to see. And I'm gonna go to hell. I know that. Look, and so anyway, this girl wound up
Justin
being in
Long, he's such
Vegas.
an interesting character because it
Yeah,
seems like he should have been a lot bigger than he ever became. I don't know. He's
the last time I saw Justin Long, if you watch the new Hollywood Squares, Justin Long is in the new Hollywood Squares. He does a couple episodes of the Hollywood Squares, the new Hollywood Squares,
I have
because he
not
used to
seen.
date
Oh, where do you?
Drew
Is
Barrymore.
it on regular TV or is it only
It's on,
streaming?
it's on Paramount Plus.
Oh, Paramount Plus. Oh, wait, I have Paramount Plus.
Yes, you do.
I oh, okay. I need to watch that then. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, back to our list of cheerleader movies. If you're just joining us, it is Pop Culture Kids on a Sunday night, where usually we pick a top pop culture topic to talk about and chat about. This week we're talking cheerleader movies as we get our rah-rahs ready for March, and it's our own form of March Madness. And we're talking all things cheerleader movies, and hopefully some of these will pick up because already we've had like cheerleaders trying to kill each other, cheerleaders coming back as zombie ghosts. We've just had evil cheerleaders that you just can't cheer about in some of these movies. Everything from Jennifer's Body to Cheerleader Camp to the Positively True Adventures of an Alleged Texas Cheerleading Murdering Mom. It's been crazy. But what you got for us next, Kenny?
Next, we have Man in the House. It starred
Wait,
Tommy Lee
now
Jones.
this one I've seen. I've seen this
You
one.
see,
Anna
I've
Faris.
never seen this one. Tommy
T-
Lee
uh,
Jones, Man in the House.
and I think Anna Faris is in it, and it's actually kind of funny. I think I've
I
seen
love
this
Anna
one.
Faris.
Yeah, Man of the House is pretty good. But you know it's weird because I think there was another movie that came out maybe after that with the same title, but it's a totally different movie. Wasn't it with Steve Martin and Queen Latifah? I could be wrong, but you know.
That's In the House, I believe.
Oh, okay. All right. So okay, In the House.
But yeah, I don't think Anna Faris is coming up on as being in this.
It's not Anna Faris? Oh, maybe I'm
No.
wrong.
But Christina Milian is in it. Annie Archer is in it. Cedric the Entertainer's in it.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different
Um,
movie.
yeah, it might be a different movie you're thinking of, or she just might not have been good enough to be on the credits. I don't know. But in any event, Christina Milian is in it, and she was in my dream the other night. But we're not going to talk about that. She also did a
What
movie with Nick
now?
Cannon,
Now
and
I'm like,
Nick
what's the
Cannon,
Anna Faris movie I'm
and
thinking
Nick,
of?
she's
I'm
not
like,
in your league either. She's not in your league.
um, now I'm
But
maybe
anyway, Men in
I'm
the House, Men in the House,
oh,
Texas
House
Ranger.
Bunny. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, that's the wrong
Also,
movie.
Dakota behavior and has no patience with those who don't follow the suit. When the cheerleaders witness a member witness a murder, he's trying to keep them from meeting the same fate. So he's got to watch these girls as they cheerlead, and he's the man of the house. So that's why it's called Man of the House.
All right, Man
Next
of the
we have,
House.
um, next we have a movie called Fired Up. Because if you're a cheerleader, you are fired up.
Now this has got to be a B movie. Ain't nobody heard of no Fired Up.
What?
I'm just saying.
Why you gotta hate on the movie? It starred well,
Wait, who did it
Alan
star?
Richardson is in it. Alan
Who?
Richardson is in it. The guy that plays Reacher, Alan Richardson.
Okay.
Fired up. Who else is in it? Eric Christina Olsen, Nicholas D'Augusto. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, nobody's really in this. I'm not even going.
Nope.
Besides Alan Richardson, nobody's really in this. But high school football star. Um, are dredging another summer football camp when Nick catches a brilliant scheme to enroll at cheerleading camp instead. So these guys enroll at cheerleading camp instead of going to football camp. That's some white boy stuff. I don't know. Um,
Hey, this
moving
is your
on.
topic. What else you got for
Sugar
cheerleader?
and
We're talking all
Spice.
things cheerleader movies.
Sugar and Spice.
I didn't see this one either.
Nobody saw this probably.
Okay.
2001. Marley Shelton, James Marsden, Marlis Sokolov, and Mina Sorva. When Jack and Diane, kind of like the song, found themselves in an unexpected adult situation, the A Squad comes to their rescue in order to help their friends. In order to help their friend Diane, the A Squad goes where no cheerleader has gone before, taking on a title after school project known as bank robbery. So
Okay.
these
So we went to
these
from
these
murder to criminal
cheerleaders
activity.
these cheerleaders become bank robbers. Why? I don't know. I don't. We're gonna go on to the next movie.
Hey, this was
Which
your topic. I'm
I
like
know, I know,
I
I
think
know,
I've only
I know.
seen I've only seen I think one of these movies, and
I've
now
seen
I'm
bits and
not even
pieces
sure
of this
that's the
one.
movie I saw, Man of the House. I think I saw it.
I've seen bits and pieces of this next one. It's called but I'm a cheerleader,
I think I did see some of this.
and I did see some of this too. This is 1999. This stars Natasha Lyonne, who I love. I love her. Catch her on um catch her on the TV show Poker Face on Peacock.
I haven't seen Poker. Oh well, yeah, okay. I don't have
And
Peacock,
she
so
will be in the Fantastic Four movie as a character. And
is this Poker Face any good?
yes, Poker Face is good.
Oh, yeah, I don't have Peacock, but
And
sounds good.
they're just I think they're starting season 2, or they just started season 2.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about Poker Face is about a woman who can tell if you're lying. She's like a human lie detector test.
Okay, that's a good
So
trait to
she can
have.
see a lie. So she's on the run from the first season. She's on the run from the mob, but she's going around this country like solving crimes because things happen whenever she shows up, and she can tell when people are lying about it.
Sounds good.
So, and Natasha Leone is on the list. She's on the list. She's on the whoopee list.
Okay.
Yeah, she can get it. But this movie, But I'm a Cheerleader, is about a girl who's a cheerleader and she gets sent to camp because she's gay.
Oh,
And
like
the
a
parents
conversion
are trying to make
camp.
yeah. So
Mm,
they send her to conversion camp, but she's a cheerleader, so she goes some kind of cheerleader. I don't know. But the point of the matter is that she's a lesbian and they're trying to make her not a lesbian and you send her to camp, but she's a cheerleader.
okay.
And so she's around a bunch, so she's a lesbian around a bunch of women cheerleading and jumping around in skirts, and she's supposed to control the fact that she. Okay, so moving on,
This is your list.
we're going to go to the top of our list, our last movie, which is probably the most famous cheerleading movie, and all the other movies after this is are direct-to-video movies or direct-to-streaming movies, and then go in theater. But this one in 2002 went out in theaters, and it was Bring It On.
Bring it on. That was the
It stars
GOAT cheerleader movie.
Kirsten Dunst, Gabrielle Union, Elisa Dushku, and
Elijah
Eliza
Dushku.
Dushku. Yes, who I love in The New Guy. I love her in The New Guy.
The new guy.
Yes, The New Guy is a great movie. The New
Um,
Guy is one of the funniest movies, funniest underrated movies you'll ever want to see.
the new guy. I
Yeah,
don't
we
know
need to
that
do a
movie.
nerd. We need to do a nerd show. The Nerd Does Good show because that's the new guy.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the new guy.
Yeah,
Oh, I remember that movie with uh DJ Quails. I don't
yeah,
know whatever happened to
and
him.
Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffith is in that movie, who, by the way, is Prince's cousin, bringing the show full circle to you and your purple hat. Purple hat, purple hat. Only want to see you. Only want to see you when you're wearing the purple hat.
My purple
uh,
hat. You see this movie in.
for all things 40th anniversary of Purple Rain, but the new guy. All right, you know what?
So anyway, this movie, Bring It On.
Bring it on.
Um,
It's the goat of cheerleading movies. So
yes, it is. Chilling Squad from Ranco Camp High School in San Diego has got spirit, spunk, sass, and a killer routine that's sure to land them in a national championship trophy for the 6th year in a row. But for newly elected team captain Torrance, the Toros' road in total cheer glory takes a shady turn when she discovers that these perfectly choreographed routines were in fact stolen from a Clover's hip hop squad from East Compton by the Toro former captain. So Kirsten Dunst finds out these routines are stolen from Gabrielle Union's squad, and and Gabrielle Union gets to say, Bring it on.
And before you know it, I got the wrong screen came up. What happened to the right screen? I was going to play some of the video, but I guess it won't play.
You know, don't play it because I don't want to get striked.
Okay, all right, I won't play it. Man, you take the fun out of everything. I don't. Yeah, I
Oh,
won't
no, I
show it.
do.
Oops, sorry. I keep showing my screen instead of showing the
But
wrong
in any
screen
event,
was coming up. For
bring it on.
Bring it on.
Bring it
I'm
on.
still learning. I don't know what I'm doing.
And I know I've seen Bring It On because I know the girls have watched it.
And I know they've had
'Cause I
several
remember
movies like a part two. Like I think there's been several iterations. Like I think they've made like
Oh yeah,
3 or 4
there
different
was
Bring It On
one.
movies,
There was
not with
one
that
with
same original cast that had like
no.
Gabriel Union and
Yeah, the original cast
Kirsten
never came back.
Dunst. Hmm.
The original cast never came back. Like
Okay.
one version, Hayden Panettiere was in it.
Okay.
Um, and apparently she's good at playing cheerleaders. I don't know when she was younger.
It might be
So,
her
but she
thing.
does look the type.
But she's probably old. Like how long ago was Heroes? Heroes was like
This was a while ago.
2000, like the
And
early
I told you a
2000s.
story when I told you a story when I met her at a Comic-Con. And
Several
I said,
times.
yeah, and I told the dumb question like, "What do you prefer?" And she says, "Well, I got to act with Denzel, so yeah, you know,
Right. I remember the Titans.
remember
Yeah,
the Titans."
we've heard it.
But I know she was in. She starred in one of them. A couple other people, but it was like they all went to streaming or straight to DVD.
Okay. So yeah, they didn't get a big theatrical release like Bring It On.
Mhm.
So Bring It On got that attention and it got all the love.
But I remember this one because this is the one where Kirsten Dunst's character liked Eliza, what's her name's brother in the character in the show.
Hmm.
Like she was spending the night at her house, and when she was spending the night at the house, they were talking, and the Eliza, her whatever her character was, told Kirsten Dunst's character that, "Oh, your breath," and she had to go brush her teeth.
That's what you take away from the movie.
That's not taken away from that movie. Huh? I can't remember.
Oh, you have special memory
I don't get.
vibes.
I have a sick sense of humor, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, that's okay.
Th-
And
That's
then brushing the teeth, she met the guy that she saw the guy, her brother that she liked. And I don't remember whether it was before or after she brushed her teeth, but if
let's
she
hope
had
it's
really stayed
after.
breath, if she had really stayed breath, then he must really liked her, you know, if he was
Hey,
still talking.
how do you know when it's love?
Yeah, I know. Like we ain't never
Wait,
like
I
don't
didn't
act like
realize you were
out
going to do
there.
the rest of the show with the hat.
Like don't act
Hey,
like out there.
you can keep your hat on. Hey,
No, it's kind of hot. Don't act like out there you ain't never
but
kissed
wait,
somebody with steak
you
breath.
got to sit through a 2-hour movie with that hat on, or how? What's
It
the
is.
runtime on Purple Rain?
It is usually cold.
So you're going to sit in the theater with your hat on, with your big Prince hat on. Purple hat. Purple hat.
And look
Only want to
cold.
see you. Only want to see you with the purple hat.
I'm like Jim Kelly and Enter the Dragon. Doesn't matter as long as I look cool doing it.
COOL. What's that spell?
Cool.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa's saying your hat looks good. So there you go.
Thank you, Lisa.
There's some love for the hat. We'll have to
Some
get
love
the
for
hat its own IG page. Kitty's purple hat. Well,
So, and what I also want to tell you is
mhm.
next week, the topic for next week
Okay.
famous movie dinner scenes.
Famous movie dinner scenes. I ain't never asked you for nothing, including your sorry ass hand in marriage. Anyway, I'm sorry. When you say movie dinner scenes, I don't know how anybody thinks of anything but The Color Purple, but that's just me. Although, oh, you know what? There's some classics in like in oh, what was it? Is it Almost Christmas? Which
Yeah,
Christmas movie is it? Oh, I gotta
yeah,
see them pictures.
yeah. I got you better.
Oh, but I
Did I say
know,
something?
and this was a good.
Did I
This
say
was a
something
good.
wrong, honey? You said a lot wrong.
He said a lot. um,
You don't want to get
what was it?
grounded.
I had a student once, and she knew that whole scene and could do it almost better than Whoopi. That whole scene from The Color Purple. That was just a classic.
Until you do right by me. Everybody know this.
Until you do
Everybody
right,
know it. Until you do
until
right
you,
by me.
everything you touch. Oh, anyway, and that's what when with the new Color Purple, and I did try to watch it. I think I did. I watch the whole thing. I'm pretty sure I did watch the whole thing, but I had just a bad taste in my movie. Oh, that yes, Lisa, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Oh wait, was that the Clumps or was that?
Yeah.
Wait,
No,
okay,
that was Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor.
I like the scene where they were farting around the table. Because I look.
So wait, are you doing comedy dinner scenes or serious dinner scenes or just
both? Both.
okay?
Just famous dinner scenes.
I
Like if
I
you don't
just,
if you don't know, like look,
that's like a black rite of passage. You gotta know
yeah,
that
if
Color
you're black,
Purple dinner
if
scene.
you don't know this, and you're black, and you don't know until you do right by me, just hand in your card. Hand in your card. You don't get it
You
back.
collecting cards.
You
Hey, tell
hand in
me.
your card.
Hey, tell me. How'd you make out on Friday? Did you have to spend any money with the economic blackout, or did you participate?
I stayed home.
Ah, I mean I
I stayed in my sweats all day. I stayed home all. I didn't even shower.
oh lovely. That's an image
Yeah.
that the viewing public really needs to know. No,
Because I
I mean
don't
I did
shower, I
good
know I'm not going to go anywhere.
because
I
I know
stayed
there were
home
some
because I
people who
know
were
me.
saying do an economic blackout and not spend money at the big stores, the Kmart's,
Mom and pop
Walmart's,
stores. Yeah,
Targets,
no,
and stuff
I
like that,
didn't.
or Kmart. There's no more Kmart, but
I didn't mess around.
just as part of the blackout, I didn't spend any of my pennies, so we just kind of.
I was just at one of my local Walmarts this afternoon, and I asked the guy, "Did anybody come?" 'Cause I was on the phone with a friend of mine, and I asked the guy because my friend in Vegas,
Mhm.
Kamini, said that nobody was in her Walmart, and she had to go to get medicine that day, it was a necessity, and she said nobody was in there. And I said to him, I was checking out. I said, "Was anybody?" He goes, "Oh yeah, this is crowded in here. Like yeah, we had people in here. Yeah, we had a lot of people in here." And I'm like, "Well," and we were on the phone. I was like, "Well, the area that I live in South Jersey,
Mm, there you go. They're
you
not
got to
gonna.
consider the area you live in."
Yeah.
So you know,
Well, I haven't been to the supermarket in a while, but I haven't. I'm hearing about these like ridiculous egg prices, and I'm like, I gotta learn how
yes,
to eat
I had an
without
argument
eggs.
with your mother. I didn't have an argument with your mother,
She
but
told
your
me.
mother. Yeah, she didn't want to buy eggs. I'm like, damn it, mom, I'll buy the eggs. I'll buy the eggs. Like
Man,
you eat eggs every day, I eat eggs. Like I'll buy the eggs. I put the money out for I'll buy the eggs.
yeah,
Like, oh,
it's
that's
getting
too.
crazy.
I'll wait today. It's not going to go down, mom. It's not going down.
Oh,
That's not.
they gotta bring those bad boys down. Well,
Yeah.
at my
It's,
school we have a ag department, so we have some goats, some chickens, and rabbits as well. But anyway, sometimes
you eat goat
the
eggs?
huh?
Goats don't make eggs. Goats don't
Goats
make
don't make
eggs.
eggs. No, Kenny, they don't. But we do have chickens, and the chickens,
Do you
when they are
give milk?
producing eggs, um, we do usually, the staff, there's a rotation that if you wanted to buy eggs, you could buy eggs. So I'm probably going to put in for that rotation. But you know what the thing is? The interesting thing I didn't realize is that those fresh farm eggs, um, you have to actually keep them out of the refrigerator. And again, unless you wash them, but then if you wash them and put them in the refrigerator, again, it's going to limit how long you can use them. But those eggs are best if kept like at room temperature. So I just thought that was
See,
interesting.
you're in the country. That's that country living stuff.
Yes, I am down south, so some of the ways here
That's that
are a bit
country.
are a
That's that
bit
country
country.
living stuff. Man. We don't know nothing about that up there. That's that. Oh, you got to keep the egg in the room temperature, and you wash them, and you do this and this. That. No, we only know eggs you buy in the store up here. Okay, we're
In
in
the
the north.
stove.
You're in the country.
It is not that country down here, but okay, maybe it
That's
is.
that. Look, if you got chickens growing eggs at the school, that's country.
Yeah, we do have
That's
chickens,
country.
and in fact, the ag teacher just like purchased like she had like 50. Actually, she had 52. I think she's down to 51 little chicks, so that we can get more eggs. But one of the little chicks died, but they're little teeny little baby chicks, but they're going to be, you know, laying out some eggs. So I'm like, oh,
If you sending
cool.
emails out to all the parents saying, "Hey, don't worry about breakfast this morning. We got it,"
We got you.
because the chickens just laid all these eggs. You
We got
country.
you. We got you. Anyway,
If you
well,
say, "Look,
we will be back
we got
next.
bacon because one of the pigs died," that's country.
We will be back next week with the famous dinner scenes. Are you going to do like a top 10 or top 12? What are you looking at? Or you just your favorites?
I don't know what I'm looking at right now. Right now, I'm looking at a screen. I'm talking to you, so I don't know what's going on.
Well,
Okay.
next week we'll be talking about those famous movie dinner scenes. Either the ones you know, the ones you could quote, the ones you love to see. And that's what we do here on
I
Pop
didn't
Culture
ask for anything
Kids.
for you. I didn't even ask for your damn hand in marriage.
Oh, Kitty, you know what I wanted to also mention to you, because I've some of the other podcasts and things I've listened to, especially since I've taken this deep dive into the show Severance. Do you know there's got to be at least 20 podcasts devoted to it? And I know some of them, they actually talk about certain shows and do like detailed breakdowns of those shows. I wanted to talk to you to see if there was a show that we both watched in common that maybe we would, be able to provide our take on it on maybe a weekly basis. Maybe not our regular podcast time, but to do like a 15 to 20-minute breakdown of a show
Yeah,
that's
yeah. Look, we could talk about that when we're off air.
okay. Just something I wanted to throw at you. I probably should have waited till off air, but hey,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
late. It's Sunday night. I gotta go to work in the morning.
I gotta go work in the morning too.
We gotta work in the morning. And hey,
I
in
work
2 weeks, I guess. Oh wait, maybe next week, next Sunday
next
night,
week.
I'll be down
Next
there.
week.
So we'll
We'll be
be.
here, and we'll be. You know what? We can arrange it so we could talk about the dinner table conversations at our dinner table.
Oh, that would be cool. We
That
could do the show from the dinner table
this
about
is
table
yeah.
conversations. Hey, maybe we can get some special guests.
Yeah, maybe
So
we can.
well, maybe we can, and we'll do a show around the dinner table next Sunday night as we talk dinner table classic. Now, are we just doing movie scenes, or are we doing TV scenes too?
I haven't decided yet. We'll get to that.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure it's
although
gonna be just movies. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be just movies. There's
just
no
movies.
famous
Okay,
TV scenes yet.
we can keep
Pretty
it
sure it's
in the
gonna be movies.
movies
Yeah, we'll keep it
because I think even on our channel, I've tried to create some playlists based on the podcast shows we've done, talking about just movies, talking about just TV, or talking about just music, because that's kind of what we do here. But we thank you guys so much for being here, for hanging out with us on the Sunday evening. It is Pop Culture Kids. As always, imparting, we wish you love, peace, and pop culture.
God bless your soul and keep living. Peace.
Kathy and Kitty here to say, pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies,
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.
Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kenny always in the mix. Pop culture, fun fix to fix. Pop culture kids, podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny.